1954. With their sturdy, broken-down microphones, they were headed for greatness in the American West. Jack and Ron in the morning. If you don't laugh like this, you're probably normal.
The following entertainment special contains mature subject matter. Parents may consider some of the program content unsuitable for children. Parental discretion is advised.
The bad boys of radio. Here's Jack and Ron.
Hey, welcome to the show. Here we are, Jack Dam Elliott, Ron Dam Williams, #1 video podcast in America, as certified by the NAB, the National Association of Broadcasters, or somebody like that. Anyway, it's Jack Elliott and Ron Williams. Jack and Ron.
That's perfect.
Yeah, beautiful. Anyway, we're here to do the show, as usual, every Monday, 1 o'clock Central Time, live. That's live on our YouTube page and our Facebook page as you're watching. And we're here at Othello's Italian Restaurant in Edmond. Great Italian food. They open at 4 o'clock every day, 7 days a week, and they offer incredible Italian food.
One of these days, they're going to bring lunch up here. I know I've said that for almost a year now.
We did get pies, remember?
We got pie one day.
Yeah, I understand.
We also got something else before.
I can't remember, but
I don't remember that.
probably one of the easiest things they can make is some pizza. Maybe they'll do that one day.
Throw that up
All
there.
I know is they've got a great Italian restaurant here at 1 South Broadway, historic downtown Edmond. Also have another Othello's on-campus corner in Norman. If you're down there hanging out by OU or whatever, go stop by the Othello's down there. Also have to say thanks to Flash Hauler. Great people at Flash Hauler, the game changers in the moving industry. We'll tell you all about them as the podcast progresses. And, of course, Andy B's over there on 122nd and Penn.
I drove by there this weekend, and you know how far back it is from the street.
Yes.
The parking was all the way up to the curb, man. That place was packed, and you need to find out why. You know, come spring break, what's going on. Go there. They got a place for you to party, the whole 9 yards. We'll tell you all about it. But, yeah, Andy B's, man, bowl and social, fantastic.
It's incredible. Just look for the giant, and I mean giant, like 2-story tall letter B for Andy B's, right there just south of 122nd on Penn. Whether it's bowling, axe throwing, the arcade, whatever. We'll tell you more about that here in just a bit.
Now, what would you do if somebody said, "Good damn afternoon, boys"?
Good damn afternoon, I'd say same to you.
Okay, that's
All
Mike.
right.
That's Mike Fields.
Oh, Mike Fields. Okay. Our buddy Mike Fields, one of the finest
It's up, baby.
broadcast engineers, tech support guys in the entire industry and entire world.
One of the hippest engineers you ever would want to talk to.
No
The guy
doubt
says,
about that.
Oh, man.
Good dude, too.
No
Good
kidding.
Dude. He's put up with a lot of crap from a lot of people, primarily us, over the years. But we like it. We love that guy. John Bennett is also online, says, woohoo, as he always did.
Yeah.
And always does. Glad to have you guys with us. We got to get to, what is it? Oh, Too Tough Trivia to kick things off. We ready to go?
Oh, okay. And I'll tell you about how this is kicking off a very special month this month.
All right. We'll find out all about it.
But which former presidents have stars on the Walk of Fame?
Ronald Reagan.
John F. Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
Are we close?
Oh, yeah, you're close.
All right. We'll find out at the end of the podcast. I guess at the end of this podcast, which, usually is right around 2 o'clock, we'll get the definitive answer.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, I am excited.
Well, last month was Black History Month.
Yes, it was.
And this month, National Women's Month.
All right.
Yo, boy, I don't know how much you watch these early morning shows, but I started to put on some lipstick. That was all about women and what they're doing. What they're doing.
You started to put on some
that.
lipstick. All right.
I mean, you learn so much about them, much like you did during Black History Month. Some of the things that they've done, fantastic things that they've done that we never knew about because the powers that be didn't want us to. So check it out. National Women's Month. It's your month, ladies.
There you go.
Congrats.
We've got to get to asinine trivia, too, and we're going to mention a couple other things real quick. If you want, you can go to our YouTube page to see what's going on with Jack and Ron. You can go to, I believe it's The Jack and Ron Show on YouTube, or is it just Jack and Ron Show, Richard?
Jack and Ron. Show.
Jack and Ron Show. Okay, I'll take the off there. Also, we have a hotline number you can call right now.
Oh.
Area 405-509-5030. That's 405-509-5030.
Yeah, and when you call, we can actually put you on the air with us right here, right now.
There you go. We've got a website, too, jackandron.com. JACKANDRON.com. There you go, jackandron.com if you want to check out our website. All right, we got to get to Asinine Trivia. This is where we hit Richard, our producer, technical director, with 3 questions.
Yeah, sort of lets us know what type of weekend he had.
Yeah, these are...
depending on how he answers them.
And these are questions we came up with years ago when the radio station sales department would come to us and say, hey, guys, look, we got to make this sound bigger than life. We're giving away... well, it's not a whole 6-pack. It's just 1 bottle of Dr. Pepper. But we want it to sound bigger than a Cadillac. So what can you do?
Yeah.
Well,
And
looking back,
could you wear this patch on your shirt?
Yeah. So what we do in retaliation of them giving us a crappy prize, we'd come up with a crappy contest like Asinine Trivia, because they were the type that would come to us and say, gee, Jack and Ron, we're going to have you at a pet store doing a live remote. You'll be in a dog cage wearing a flea collar. Can you guys bark? So anyway, here's Asinine.
No, but I can raise my leg. How about that, buddy?
There you go. All right, here's Asinine. Oh, I see my daughter, Brittany, is online. Hey, how's my little girl, Remy, my little granddaughter? How's she doing? And what about Olivia? Yeah, my 2 granddaughters. It's good to have them with us. Here we go with Asinine Trivia. Richard's going to answer these questions, hopefully correctly. Question number 1, Richard. What meat do you usually put in a hot dog bun?
Hot dog.
Hot dog, yeah.
Yeah. But,
Careful with
dog,
that.
there we go.
yeah, I'm just thinking. I know what a hot dog is. Is it a
Beef hot
Is
dog.
that the official name for that meat?
Type of
Is
meat.
hot dog?
Hot dog meat.
Because they have different meats in that shape.
Me
Some are,
personally,
there's
beef. I
pork, there's
prefer
chicken,
beef.
there's beef. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
all beef
I prefer
wieners.
beef wiener.
Yeah.
Beef wiener.
I like the Vienna
There you
beef
go.
wiener myself. That's
Those are
one of
good.
my
Yeah.
favorite. All right, well, that's question 1. Here comes question 2. I hope you're ready.
See if we can complicate this for you.
Here you go. Where do most airplanes land?
At an airport.
Airport is
I was
right.
about to
Good
say,
job.
It's supposed to be at the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
they've been landing
field,
other places now. Yeah.
How about question 3? You ready for this one, Richard?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Name the 2 guys who have won more broadcast awards than any other broadcasters in Oklahoma, including their recent victory of winning the 2023 National Award for Radio's Got Talent, beating out hundreds of other broadcasters from around the country and who also enjoy a day at the spa, soaking their aching feet in warm chocolate fudge while nibbling on soft carrots dipped in Greek yogurt while chanting, "Who let the dogs out?" and who also perform the #1 video podcast in America.
Jack and Ron.
You got it. Ring that damn bell. Good job. Good job, Richard. I wasn't sure of that second one. I didn't know if you'd get
Yeah,
that
it
one.
was some stompers you got.
First one I knew you'd get because you like talking about
Hot dogs.
and meat overall and food and so forth. I was going to mention a couple of things going on. Went to the car show, Oklahoma City Auto Show over the weekend. Well, actually Thursday night they had a big preview party. Went to that. You remember our friend Peter Hodges, who's the president of the Auto Dealers Association? Talked to him a couple times, asked how you were doing because you weren't there.
Well, I didn't receive an invitation.
Oh.
Hey, Pete,
Ah.
you care so much, man. Why not get an invitation? Huh?
I
Huh?
should have.
Huh?
I should have spoke up.
Yeah.
I should
Okay,
have
let me
spoken
turn
up.
to you then. Yeah.
Anyway,
Partner of mine for over
saw
40
a lot,
years. Why?
saw a lot of great cars, and then of course Saturday morning I wanted to run back out there to the fairgrounds for the auto show because there were a couple vehicles I kind of missed in the fray and all the.
Are you going to put down an offer?
I was thinking. Anyway, I went out there to look at a couple others. Man, they had coffee and cars going on out there in the parking lot that morning. Woo, was it packed? But I love coffee and cars, by the way. They currently, do their deal over at Remington Park in the
that's
parking lot
the
there.
absolute perfect place. I know
It is.
This is their third.
I think it's their fourth location.
Fourth? Okay, but this one perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect.
Perfect for them. So, yeah, I enjoyed the auto show. Also got to say hi to the folks over at Winston's new restaurant, a part of the Hal Smith Group. They just Had a big, what you call, soft opening VIP preview Saturday night. Got invited to that, went over to Winston's and enjoyed the food. Oh, my God, it's so good. It's over at Northwest 170th and May. Not far from you.
Yeah.
Need to get over there and check it out.
Yeah.
What'd you eat?
I had their chicken parmesan on they have like this sweet potato pasta. It's really unusual and really good. The food there was really great. But anyway, Winston's, which is a concept they've only had in Norman most of the years.
Didn't get invited to that one either.
No kidding.
Did you, Richard?
Did you get?
No.
Damn, I guess I gotta talk to a few people and see if I can't help out.
All right, I went
Talk
to
to
a place.
AT&T. It's probably the phones.
Yeah, it's probably the phone.
I know.
Yeah.
I went to a place called the Daiquiri Bar.
How was that?
This weekend. It was nice. I didn't know it was as close as it is to me, and the down-home food that they have. Oh man, the pork chops, the meatloaf, neck bones. Pig feet.
They got neck bones?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I love neck bones.
Cornbread and black-eyed peas, yams, cabbage. Oh, man, it was – and just bunches of these daiquiri machines all around.
I got to try this place.
Across the street, basically, from where I live. And I'm saying, what? How did I not know this? What is the deal?
I don't know.
They even have a drive-through.
No kidding.
Yeah.
It's called the Daiquiri Zone.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but down in Bricktown years ago, our friend Terrence Brown, he and a bunch of partners had a place called the Daiquiri Zone, but it was different than what you're speaking of.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's the Daiquiri Bar.
I don't know. All I know is if I see the word daiquiri, I'm going.
Oh, I'll tell you, man, it was great. They had this butter pecan cake.
Yum.
But anyway,
I'll have to give that a try.
You get a chance. Now, I'm inviting you.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
To?
The Daiquiri Zone.
Oh, to the Daiquiri Zone.
Yeah.
Okay. Very well. Next year, I'll invite you to the car show, and I'll invite you to the next restaurant opening that I attend.
Oh, I got to wait a year. Huh?
Oh, yeah. All right, got to say hi to Melissa Garcia, who's checking out. She's waving hello. Hello, Melissa. And Christy Stewart used to be the promotions director at WKY Radio many years ago when I worked there. She's in Toronto, up in the Great White North. She lives up there in Canada. And she hails from Tulsa, but relocated to Toronto and says it's much safer. All right.
Oh, by the way, I mentioned this is National Women's Month.
Yes.
It's a special day, too. This is National Snack Day. And I was looking at the map of the United States of America, to which we are a part of. Mm-hmm. And the best snack for Oklahoma.
Doritos.
Close.
No?
Close.
What is it?
Fritos.
Fritos. Doggone, I was close.
Yeah.
Fritos.
And let's see, Texas is Cheetos. And you go, as you head east, that's when you run into the Doritos crowd. So
the big Doritos crowd. Okay.
So it's National Snack Day today.
All right. Got to mention this because it's been big news all over the country. Once again, Oklahoma hits the national board. Oklahoma School District, Deer Creek, they're in hot water after video came out of students at school licking peanut butter off each other's toes. It was a fundraiser. They're raising money. By the way, they raised a bunch of money, like $152,000 for whatever charity or whatever they were doing. But apparently we've made national news with this. Deer Creek High School, way to go, guys, licking peanut butter off each other's toes.
Now, as you get older, you may still be doing that, but it'll be for a different reason.
Yeah.
They're just trying to teach us something.
Yeah, you say, well, I've had some experience with that. Give me
In fact, there may be people paying you money to lick that peanut butter off their toes in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess there's a big uproar about it. And
Why?
They're all upset about it. It's not, it wasn't sanctioned by the school board, the principal, whatever, allegedly.
Knew.
Allegedly, I was going to say, allegedly, teachers didn't know. I'm thinking, how would all the students get together in an assembly hall or whatever it was, a pep rally, whatever it might have been, and do this, perform that, and all these other kids are shooting video of it. Somebody knew it was going to go down.
I mean, and they were in the place where they held this.
Yeah.
You just can't go in there. You have to have some special permission to have a gathering that big. I don't know. Maybe the instructors, teachers, whatever, maybe they did that to cover themselves just in case.
That's all. Cause
You know, everybody's
I didn't
trying.
know anything about that.
Yeah,
they
everybody.
raise money every year. They do all those.
You know, they can do
shenanigans.
normal things. I mean, I say normal, but they can do different things like push somebody around in a shopping cart in the store or something and, raise money that way, something stupid. They were trying to come up with something creative and goofy, so they came up with licking peanut butter off each other's toes, and apparently the school board is like blowing up. And
that's crazy.
Why
would you get upset about the kids
doing
something good for the community?
Because they think it's wrong. That they think, and obviously, if you think logically, okay, if I'm a high school student, I don't care what age I am, I'm not licking peanut butter off other kids' toes. Sorry. I don't get it. But anyway,
unless
Felt
it's
like you and Ron's done this before.
It's like girlfriend,
Yeah.
boyfriend. Now, girlfriend, boyfriend, you can kind of,
sure. And if
you-
she's really hot and you're her boyfriend, you don't mind licking anything
you'll
off
grab
her toes.
that. You grab that foot and won't let it go. It's the toes. You're up by my ankle now. That's no good.
I
Just
guess
the toes.
I guess our friend Wendy Suarez over there at Fox 25 TV has been getting a lot of backlash about it because she's kind of, put it out there up front on the news, and now people are condemning her for making it so obvious that this went down. Well, what are you supposed to do? Cover it all up?
I
What
was
the
about
hell?
to
It
say,
happened.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It happened. Enough kids were involved to raise money for this charity, and now all of a sudden you want to just hush it up. Oh, wait a minute. Who's our school superintendent, Ryan Walters?
He had a post about it. He was like,
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he was act like he didn't like it.
He acted like he didn't like it.
He doesn't like anything.
Yeah.
Well, he
I
doesn't
don't-
like
I don't-
half the
I don't
books
want
in the
you-
library.
Yeah, I was about to say no books, especially books about licking toes, and
no tutorial videos.
Yeah, and no peanut butter licking. It's like,
He's an
get that-
unusual dude, isn't he? And how about that haircut? It reminds me of 1939 Germany.
Yeah, I was about to say that, man. He looks like one. If he put on a cap,
Yeah.
it was like, oh.
Well, he's currently our school dictator, so they call him superintendent, but I
Yeah,
think
it's real interesting. Those individuals that first promoted him, supported him, and everything else. Now find them now.
yeah,
Where are they?
people are hiding.
We had Oklahoma City Public Schools superintendent quit.
Yeah.
So I don't
Anyway,
know.
hey, Patty is watching today. Hey, Patty, thanks for chucking us out.
Licking toes.
Yeah.
Oh, look
Licking
at
toes.
Christy. Toe jam.
Oh, man. And Mike Field says, Deanna's been in Florida for a week visiting her mom and dad. My lunch today, garlic stuffed olives, nacho flavored Doritos, and pretzels with honey mustard sauce.
Should
He
you
says-
be eating? Wait, Mike.
Should you be eating that stuff?
Yeah, back up the train a minute. Should you be eating that just because you're there on your own? Just don't go.
Don't
go-
worry, Mike. We do the same damn thing.
Yeah,
You know we do.
yeah. What I usually do is that I go to the freezer and get out a TV dinner
Uh-huh.
and throw it in. And let me tell you something. If you've been to the store lately, now a lot of the individuals, the companies that had these TV dinners, now they're being challenged by Guy Fieri. He has one.
Oh, yeah.
And Gordon Ramsay, he has
Gordon Ramsay, yeah.
he has his own TV dinners as well.
Marie Callender's had one for years.
Yeah.
She's out there, too, with her frozen dinners,
And what-
frozen pot pies.
What happened to Swanson and the rest of those people?
What about Hungry Man?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And they got these mega bowls and stuff like that. It's like, if we just had one TV dinner company that we could trust that the food is going to be great and we're not getting ripped off. Because I don't know if you've noticed or not, because I eat TV dinners a lot. The portions are smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And as a matter of fact, the portions are smaller all over the place. There's a big to-do about McDonald's fish sandwiches being smaller. So,
Well, maybe they're catching minnows instead of full-size fish these days.
jeez.
I don't know. Well, let me just ask you this. How long's it been since you had a big old bowl of Wolf Brand chili? There's one for you.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's part of the controversy. Chili. Is chili with or without beans?
I like it without beans, to be honest.
See,
I can make both, but I prefer if I'm cooking for my family beans, just because it lasts
stretches it
longer.
out.
Stretches it out, yeah.
Well, see, I'm sort of with Jack. I don't want any beans in my chili. When I order chili, that's what I want.
Yeah.
I just want the chili.
Well, Louis, which is one of our sponsors, has a real good chili, and I don't believe there are beans in their chili.
I want a few chili offs.
You won some
Now,
chili
wait a
contest?
minute.
Wow.
Yeah. So you might want to taste my
How about that?
Yeah, now when's the next time you get in the kitchen to mess around?
I don't know. The weather's getting warm now.
Oh, so?
I'm not like a warm.
It's kind of a comfort level food, isn't it?
We eat hot food during the summer.
I might bring y'all some.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be nice, man. And we'll give.
I like a little cheese on top, some onions, and some sour cream.
You're messing up the whole taste of it.
now it's tasting like that other chili. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, man.
That's like the fair.
We had one of those one time when we were on the radio. Go down to another floor and they had a big chili contest.
They did that a couple of years in a row, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
We used to be gone. I was always gone before they.
I entered that contest.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Yes, I did.
I always left the station and went, my merry way before they even conducted the
I did not
chili
win.
competition.
The chili that won it turned out to be chicken chili. I said, wait a minute. I thought chili was ground beef. But if you just chop meat up and throw it in there, you can call it chili? Is that it? Is that how it goes?
I'm sure some people make a protein,
I got
plant-based chili,
vegan chili out there too.
Yeah, vegan chili. All right. By the way,
vegan chili.
Jim,
chili is meat, isn't it?
No,
I always thought it was.
Chili is.
You know who has a good chili?
Powder, like
let me tell you something.
chili.
Let me tell you something.
Oh, now listen now.
Okay.
There you go.
This is pretty interesting. Years ago, and I learned this on the History Channel, watching that show, The Food That Built America. The guy who developed Wendy's, what was his name? Tom? Was it Tom?
I thought it was David.
Dave. Yeah, Dave Thomas. That's where I got the Tom in there. Dave Thomas.
I should have been too tough trivia.
He created Wendy's with the idea of selling fresh meat, not frozen burgers, but fresh meat. Problem was, at the end of the day, they had a lot of meat that was fresh that they had to throw away. Well, he came up with the idea like, oh my God, we're going to go bankrupt or broke if we don't come up with something to do with this meat. That's when they came up with Wendy's chili, and that became the biggest seller Wendy's had at the time.
Huh.
So there you go.
Leftover hamburger.
And Wendy's chili is pretty good. I'm sure you've had it.
It's really good. Yeah, that's part of the chili I used in the chili contest.
Now that's the way to do it. Go to a chili cook-off, you're in the contest, you enter, and you just buy some Wendy's and pour it in
and you add your little special touches,
Sure.
so they don't recognize it.
Yeah.
But anyway, it doesn't matter. It was one of the I'd say Company Up's favorite guys that won
of course
the contest. And
there was favoritism in politics even in the chili cook-off contest at our radio company.
It was like, here you go, here's a little house,
Yeah.
and now the smoke coming out of it. All right, here comes the car, and it's chili.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we pretty well settled that. Oh,
Yeah.
John Bennett says pour it on their baked potatoes. He said that's really good. Chili on top of baked potatoes.
Yeah. Now
Pretty
that's-
decent. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah,
A lot of people
bacon
put it
and
on
other
their
stuff
wiener.
on it.
But a lot of people put it on their wiener,
Put
and
it
that's
on that hot dog,
yeah.
man. I tell you, I don't want to go back again, but the best hot dog I ever had was a Coit's.
Coit's had some good dogs.
Oh, good God, man!
Oh, that chili's good. Students at Deer Creek going to be pouring it on their toes. All right, let's get to some audio. We got some great audio for you today. Several young employees at a Kentucky Dairy Queen. This is a Kentucky Dairy Queen. They claim their manager made them eat ice cream that was laced with cleaning solution. Here's a parent of one of these teens talking about some of what her daughter says happened. Listen.
They were told by the manager that whether or not they liked chocolate ice cream, they were going to taste it today. Some of the kids had complained that they had a burning sensation when they swallowed the ice cream. What they done is not right.
What they done. Couldn't tell she's from Kentucky, could you?
She a teacher?
Yeah.
She was a teacher. God,
They'll learn you how to eat chili or whatever. What the hell were they eating? Ice cream that was laced with cleaning solution. Why would the manager do that?
I would have fought him.
You would have fought him?
Yeah,
I'm not going to eat this stuff. Yeah.
If I would take some ice cream, my mouth start burning.
Where's the teacher? Did the teacher eat some?
And me and him would ask.
No, this was strictly kids at a Dairy Queen. It had nothing to do with school.
That was a parent.
Well, that's a
That was a
lawsuit.
parent. Yeah.
That is a big, giant lawsuit.
Damn right.
Oh, by the way, see, Melissa Garcia says Fritos are a must. Fritos in the chili. Yeah, that is good stuff.
Jim said beans.
Yeah,
My wife always gets chili and puts the Fritos in it.
yeah.
Sometimes she overloads it with Fritos. She really likes Fritos in her chili.
Patty is saying all of the frozen dinners we mentioned are still in the frozen aisle. You are absolutely correct.
Swanson?
That frozen aisle has expanded to where that's when they stick in the Guy Fieri and Southern Cooking and Gordon Ramsay, their new stuff.
And theirs is always packaged to be a little more upscale looking, as opposed to just a picture of a tin with a piece of chicken and some corn in it. They upscale their
I'd
image.
rather know what the food looks like.
Me too.
Because on these boxes, they got Guy Fieri's, picture there. And they got Gordon Ramsay's picture. Southern Cooking. They have her. It's like, I don't know who these people are personally. I want to know what's inside this box. What is it supposed to look like?
There you go. I'll throw one last thing out there about frozen foods. I have never been able to find a frozen pizza that doesn't taste like a frozen pizza.
Not even DiGiorno?
Not even DiGiorno.
I love a Red Baron's pizza.
Red Baron? Red Baron does a pretty good job, I have to admit. But still, it's got that tinge of frozen pizza flavor. Even the ones you get
put it on an
shipped
air
in.
fryer.
Well, no, I've never tried it in the air fryer, but they're like the ones you get flown in from Gino's East or Lou Malnati's in Chicago, where they make that deep dish. You get it, and they ship it like overnight in dry ice. Even those, when you cook them, still have that touch of
Either put it in the brick oven or air fry it.
Yeah, okay, like I got a brick oven. What do
You're Jack Elliott.
you think I am, Othello's?
Jack Elliott. Yeah, come up here and say, hey, Bob, can you throw this in your oven real quick?
Yeah, if you want a pizza that's not frozen, come to Othello's. They got plenty of great pizzas here. So anyway, I haven't been able to find a frozen one. Even the best frozen pizza, I always taste it and go, I still taste a hint of that frozenness.
DiGiorno's is not that bad.
No, it's not.
It's not
DiGiorno
that
and
bad
Red
at
Baron
all.
are two pretty good ones. But anyway, we got to take a break. We've got a lot of things to cover here. We've got news of the I'll Be Damned coming up. You're going to want to hear it. We also have the dumbass joke of the day. We've got Tribond. Ron has your sleazy, trashy showbiz report.
Oh, boy.
And we got some email from people in crisis who have questions and they need answers. So it's all coming up. Hang on. We're coming right back.
Hey, Jack, BK, I need some wings. Are you guys up there?
Affirmative. Your backup is cloud-based. It's all on the cloud nowadays.
That's funny. But you guys have the wings?
Winger, Jack, winger. Winger. Hey, they had a couple of big hits back in the 80s, remember? Winger, big hair.
Great wings don't just fall from the sky. They come from Louie's, where we're preparing food fresh daily. Come try one of our great new sandwiches. Or wings with any of 7 delicious sauces. Louie's, we're in your neighborhood.
We've got this down to a science. Over. Yeah, we're just not up here winging it.
Hey, Al, I thought we were meeting at Othello's.
Hey, Jack, I am at Othello's.
Well, I'm looking around and I don't see you. Well, wait, are you at Othello's in Edmond?
No, I'm at Othello's in Campus Corner in Norman.
Oh, great. Well, fortunately, both Othello's have great Italian food.
They sure do, and I'm having the baked ziti.
Ooh, I'm having chicken marsala.
Let's continue with the meeting.
Yeah, sure thing, over the phone, but I need one thing.
What's that?
Your credit card number, because you're buying. Othello's Italian Restaurant on Campus Corner in Norman and in downtown Edmond. You bought it online, and now you need to haul that big couch. Flash hauler it. Bought a washer or dryer and need to transport it from the seller's location to yours? Flash hauler it. Have office furniture to move across town? Flash hauler it. Car breakdown and you need a tow? Flash hauler it. Anytime you need furniture or appliances moved or need a tow, Flash hauler. Tow it, deliver it with Flash Hauler. Download the Flash Hauler app free. Do it now. Flash Hauler. Flash Hauler, great people and a great organization. They are the game changers in the moving industry. And now they have hooked up, they've integrated with all senior centers in the state of Oklahoma, not just 1 or 2 or 10 or 20. Every senior center in Oklahoma is now, in conjunction with the folks that are integrated with Flash Hauler, which means if you've got a senior citizen in your family, a mom, a dad, a grandparent, an uncle, and they're looking to downsize, house has become too much to maintain, want to move into a senior assisted living.
Or maybe your kids have finally moved out.
Yeah.
And you can go ahead and relax and start living the life you deserve.
Well, Flash Hauler is the people. They're the people to talk to.
Yep.
Go to Flash Hauler, FLASHOLR.com, FlashHauler.com. Again, FLASHOLR.com.
When one of the things that makes it stand out for me, they pack and unpack. No more packing for you, baby.
Yeah.
They pack it and they unpack it.
And maybe you just have something small to move. Maybe not that a refrigerator is small or a washer and dryer, but you don't have to move a whole house load of furniture from one place to another living quarters. You can just move a refrigerator or a sofa or a couch, a love seat from point A to point B. Flash Hauler does it. They've got drivers all over the city, all over the state, and usually they can get it done a lot quicker than anybody else. And when it comes to moving, it's all a flat fee. One price does it. They don't hit you by the hourly stuff where,
That's right.
you don't know where the driver has been, with your stuff. Like, well, I decided to go to Amarillo and back with your stuff. And so all of a sudden you're paying by the hour. Where the hell? Yeah. So, no, it's one flat fee. They have the floor plan for every senior center in Oklahoma. So check out Flash Hauler. And the other place you got to check out for fun, frivolity, good times, good adult beverages and great food, Andy B's.
Let me tell you, if you are getting ready for spring break, and I know you are for those who aren't already there, they have a party place for you inside Andy B's. And let me tell you, bowling it, I don't know, how big are those 80-inch, 100-inch TV screens they have all
They're
across,
gigantic, yeah.
all
They're bigger than
across.
my left foot.
Yeah,
I'm
so
unbelievable.
you can go ahead and bowl and at the same time not miss a thing that's happening. They even have the MBV, which is the holograms that are on the alleys. That's right. Holograms on the alleys.
You can follow your ball, go all the way down. Yeah, it's so
great.
cool.
And duck bowling for the little bitty kids.
Yeah.
And, of course, the arcade.
That arcade
what
is
can I
unbelievable.
say about that arcade? It is absolutely fantastic and a huge redemption center for those kids who win, are lucky enough or skilled enough to win some tickets. And it's a great thing for the entire family or group. And don't forget about that robot. You don't feel like carrying that bowling ball? They had a robot that will do it for you.
It's pretty impressive. And like Ron said, that arcade, the newest, most high-tech arcade games you'll ever see. It's a really top flight pool table. Actually, it was a Mustang automobile. It's chopped. It's now a pool table. You'll see it when you get there.
Great.
The whole place is just fantastic, and the food and the restaurant's great. They've got a huge bar. Any beverage you need, they've got.
Axe Welding, and I'll tell you something else. Ask them about the late night specials they have.
Oh, yeah.
You'll never leave.
No doubt about that. It's good stuff. You need to check out Andy B's. That's on Penn, just south of Northwest 122nd. Just look for the giant B right there on Penn, south of 122nd. 2-story high, letter B, Andy B's. Great stuff. All right, we got some email to get to because people have trouble. They have crises. They have problems. And they want to go to professionals for help in getting an answer. So do they go to Dr. Phil? Hell no. They come to the professionals, Jack and Ron.
Dear Jack and Ron.
Yes.
What's up with kids? Nice weather had me out in the yard working. I know that I did some of that this weekend too. I asked my son to help. He wanted to know how much he was getting paid. I asked him, how much should I charge him to eat my food? Well, his sister, she helps her mom. No pay request or anything like that.
Very nice.
And I'm looking at that and I'm saying, aside from knocking him out, what do you suggest? Well, you don't.
Is that a bad thing?
To knock the kid out?
No.
That he's asking for money.
Yeah,
that's a good quality though to have when you get older.
He's trying to negotiate.
Yeah, but here's the deal. When you look, it's like he was saying. Let's see, you're using my electricity to run your computer. You're eating.
Speaking
all
of that
my
computer, I
food.
probably paid for that computer.
Yeah. And you're asking about a car, if I can help you get a car and everything like that. I'm working in the yard trying to make my home look that much more attractive in case I got to sell it.
Well,
and now all of a sudden, you want to, how much am I getting paid?
Maybe you just
I
sit
think
down
knocking them out is just fine.
I think those are terms for negotiation.
I think maybe it's best idea to just sit down and say, okay, I just added up, what you spend, what it cost me in food for you, the electric bill, the utility. If you want to pay all that, I'll pay you, and then you just pay me back for the utilities. You pay rent, and all of a sudden you're going to realize you're better off just doing the chore and not asking for money.
You enjoy those clean clothes you're wearing right now? You didn't wash them, did you?
Right.
No. And I could, wait a minute, yeah, and you're not funky. So obviously this is a clean clothes. Who did that?
There you go.
Yeah. So anyway, I still say, depending upon the age,
knock them out.
Knock them out.
All
man.
right. That's great. That's just great. Hey, that's great.
I like what Melissa said.
Yeah.
Oh, chore chart.
A chore chart. Yeah, a chore chart. That's good.
Oh.
Melissa also says she likes that Red Baron French bread pizza. I know my wife likes that too. They also, she said she hadn't been to Andy B's yet, Melissa said, but she's going for sure. And she's the one that came up with the idea of a chore chart. That's not bad.
Yeah. Watch him ignore that.
And then the other thought she had, go to the pantry, you got Doritos, potato chips or whatever, put a price on each one of them, make them pay the price for those snacks. Well, there you have it. Yeah. Is it time for Roy? Is Roy the movie guy with us today?
Yes, he is.
All right. Let's check in with Roy the movie guy, then we'll come back. We've got more audio, news of the I'll be damned. Let's see. We got asinine truth. No, we did that. Dumbass joke of the day and sleazy, trashy showbiz report all coming up. But first, let's check in with Roy the movie guy.
Thank you, guys. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Now let's talk some box office numbers and what's opening up this weekend at the box office. Coming in at number 5 was The Chosen, Season 4, Episodes 7 through 8 with $3.2 million. Madam Web with $3.2 million. Ordinary Angels with 3.9. Bob Marley One Love was number 2 at 7.4. And the number 1 movie, no surprise, at the box office this weekend was Dune Part 2 with $81.5 million at the box office. Now opening up this weekend, we have 2 new titles. The first one, Kung Fu Panda 4, with the voice talents of Jack Black, James Hong, Awkwafina, Dustin Hoffman, Bryan Cranston, and Viola Davis. Poe must train a new warrior when he's chosen to become the spiritual leader of the Valley of Peace. However, when a powerful shape-shifting sorcerer sets her eyes on his Staff of Wisdom, he suddenly realizes he's going to need some help. Teaming up with a quick-witted fox, Poe soon discovers that heroes can be found in the most unexpected places. Rated PG with a runtime of 1 hour and 34 minutes long. Up next, we have Imaginary, the new horror movie starring DeWanda Wise, Tegan Burns, and Matthew Sato. Returning to her childhood home, a woman discovers that the imaginary friend she left behind is very real and unhappy she abandoned him. Rated PG-13 with a runtime of 1 hour and 44 minutes long. And that's a look at what's opening up this weekend at the box office. Back to you guys in the studio.
I like that.
Thank you, Roy.
I like that the imaginary friend she had as a child is now alive. A real thing. That's interesting. Yeah, spooky. Got to say hi to my friend Steve Kime. Steve is checking us out today online. Steve, thanks. Haven't seen you at the gym in a while. I know it's because you get there at 5 a.m., and I don't get there till a little bit after 7, and he's usually done by then. Maybe he's just a little more ambitious than me.
Yeah, having a cup of coffee and, I don't know, maybe a roll or something.
Yeah, probably sitting there on his patio, cup of coffee, a croissant. Something, something nice and relaxed. But that's because he gets to the gym by 5, and I'm a little lazier about getting there. I get there till 7 or so.
You're just getting an extra sleep. But try to get in there earlier.
Okay, I'll do that for you. We got some more audio. You got to hear this audio. The CEO of Kellogg's, Kellogg's Frosted Flakes and all those good cereals, he's facing some backlash after saying people looking to save money should start eating cereal for dinner. Which, I don't think that's all that uncommon. I know a lot of people who every Sunday they'll have cereal for dinner. It's just one of their traditions, so anyhow.
Oh, yeah. There's some restaurants you can order breakfast for dinner.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Hey,
well, anyway, the CEO of Kellogg's getting some backlash over this. Here he is. Gary Pilnick is his name, with the cost-saving suggestion. Then we'll follow that with comments from the CEO. His comments will be followed by a Kellogg commercial helping market the savings plan.
Some of the things that we're doing is first messaging. We got to reach the consumer where they are. So we're advertising about cereal for dinner. If you think about the cost of cereal for a family versus what they might otherwise do, that's going to be much more affordable. The price of a bowl of cereal with milk and with fruit is less than $1. So you can imagine why a consumer under pressure might find that to be a good place to go.
When I say cereal, you say dinner. Cereal.
Dinner.
Cereal.
Dinner.
Chicken.
You can have the night off, chicken.
Oh, okay. I'll go marinate.
Cereal.
Dinner.
Cereal.
Dinner.
Wow. Creative, huh? What agency did that?
And it's real interesting when you talk about a bowl of cereal with fruit and everything like that.
It's not.
And
It's not $1.
Yeah, I was about to say, you add that up. check out
Bloody
the
hell.
cost of that cereal.
Check out the cost of a
And that
box.
milk.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that fruit. There's
Yeah.
no way that's under $1.
Well, here's the deal. You go and you look at a box, not the big family box of Cheerios, for instance. Those are the ones I have usually every day. And it might be, well, I found it at one grocery store was like $5.49 for the regular
small box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a small box. But I went to Costco and found a dual family size box, 2 giant boxes together, because they sell everything in bulk. $6.40.
Was it Kellogg's?
It was Cheerios. I was looking for Cheerios
Okay.
specifically. So
Heart healthy.
the Cheerios, yeah. I mean, you have that smaller box. Some grocery stores selling that for $5.49. I get 2 giant family boxes at Costco for $6.50 or whatever. It's like, holy crap. A big difference in price. How does Costco do it and the other stores have to, jack you up like
Costco's
that?
got that Costco money.
Yeah.
Well, and here's something else too that you don't see that often. I know growing up, you could get these little mini boxes about like this, and there would be about 10 or 12 in a pack, and it's all different cereals from that particular company. Where are they?
We don't see those anymore.
Don't see them anymore.
Because you used to have, it was a little box that'd be good for one bowl of cereal.
That's
Each
it.
one would,
Yeah.
and there'd be like a 8-pack. You could buy them in an 8-pack, I think, and there'd be like Frosted Flakes and whatever else is Rice Krispies part of the Frosted Flake family. They'd all be in there. What? They don't make those anymore.
Yeah,
Why?
what's the deal?
What's going on?
Yeah, why did you say it's perfect for maybe some kid coming in from school? I'm hungry. Go get you a box of cereal and sit down and have it.
Yeah.
Maybe cut some strawberries or bananas in it and some milk and eat slowly.
I always put almond milk on my Cheerios.
Look up people having to use water for their cereal.
I think the almond milk on the cereal really goes well.
They did also increase all their prices by almost 26% since last summer.
Who does? Oh, Kellogg?
Yeah, all those cereals, yeah.
Well, Costco manages to keep things in check because I guess they deal in bulk. So
okay, now Melissa, who is really, really sharp today, saying that bagged cereal,
it's
the off-brand is
generic,
is cheaper.
And it's the same thing, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A generic Cheerio.
It's actually pretty simple to make your own cereal. Me and the boys are actually going to make some cornflakes and Cinnamon Toast Crunch this weekend.
You're going to make your own.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it easier to just go to the store and buy it?
It's simple.
Okay.
Simple.
If it's so simple, give us the quick recipe.
Flour, cornmeal, flour, sugar, salt, spread it out, throw it in the oven, break it up, throw it in the oven again to dry it out, lightly sugar it, you're done.
Yeah.
Now how much is all this sugar and flour and
all that crap?
$1. That's the real dollar.
I like that. And I pick them up at a restaurant or something like that. I tell them give me a few extra bags
And with
of sugar.
all the preservatives and all the other BS they put in there.
Yeah.
So yours is all Fred. Yours is like natural, organic, whatever you want to call it.
So.
Yeah.
That's
all right.
See, I'm trying to go back on that.
Now the shelf life isn't going to be as extended.
No, not at all.
See, I'm trying to go back to that fruit. Have some fruit in the morning, fruit and a cup of coffee or fruit and water or what have you, and then have a nice lunch, and then something real small for the evening before 6 o'clock.
I usually I like my Cheerios and maybe a little Bailey's Irish cream. That's something really good to get your day going right.
Yeah, it gets the mojo flowing.
Got to get the Jack and Ron
news of the I'll be damned.
Well,
are we ready for this? Oh, I like this story. It's pretty interesting. It deals with food. Definitely a problem for Jimmy John's. We'll see who you think is in the right or who's in the wrong. Some guy went to Jimmy John's, ordered a sandwich at Jimmy John's. They made it for him. And then he found out he couldn't pay because they couldn't accept cash because there was some issue with their register. So they couldn't accept cash.
It's not his fault.
So that's what I'm saying.
Say that. I already saw where this is going.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. The kid working there said he'd have to throw the sandwich away because the man couldn't pay using a card because he only had cash. And they couldn't accept cash because the cash register was not working or accepting it. So the guy started filming the kid and demanding the kid just give him the sandwich for free, which I think that'd be the thing to do. Most people seem to think the cash complaint is a fair enough gripe. He probably should have just taken it up with the corporate people, but that gets to be a pain in the ass. But the kid behind the register said to the guy, I'm not going to risk my job for you. Now, here's the problem with this as I see it. They need management people to train the kid to be a little more understanding and say, look, I just made the sandwich. I realize you only have cash. We can't accept cash today. Here, just take the damn sandwich. Don't worry about it.
Well,
I mean, it's what does it cost Jimmy John to make one of those stupid sandwiches?
But what if management
50 cents?
got onto them about wasting product material?
Well, they're going to throw it away anyhow.
Yeah.
He said he had to throw it away because the guy didn't have an ability to pay for it, so he's going to throw the sandwich away.
Well, see,
and I'm like, give me a kid.
That's insane. Teach the kid how to write, and you put a big sign on the door. And right where you go up there and say, no cash today, cards only, no cash. Have that on the door before people even walk in.
I think
I don't get it.
I think Melissa here on the Facebook page agrees with me, though. The kid should be trained properly to take the initiative and have the balls to say, okay, I'm not the authority figure here, but I think the corporate people would say, I'm making the right decision by just saying, take the sandwich rather than me just throwing the product away. Since you have your inability to pay is our fault, not yours. You have the cash. Our system won't accept it. So take the sandwich.
Yep.
And have a good day. That's what I would have done.
Yeah,
See, this is the problem with most of these businesses. That
He's probably a jerk too, though.
What's that?
He was probably a jerk.
You think?
I wouldn't have gave it to him if he was a jerk.
I don't know. I heard some of the audio, and I don't have it, but I heard some of it.
He was pretty nice.
He was pretty decent about it. Yeah.
Well, just gave it to him.
Well, hey, let me see your license. All right. When you come back with the money, I'll give you your license back. There are lots of different ways you could have done it, but the easiest way is it's a sandwich. It's a sandwich.
Yeah.
How many?
It cost them 60 cents to make it.
I've watched some of these bad boys get made, and that's burned. Oh, that's too much. Oh, that's screwed up, and they throw it away. What's wrong with being a good human being for a change?
The poor kid, he thought his job was in jeopardy if he went ahead and took the initiative to give the guy the sandwich and say, hey, look, dude, I understand. You've got the money to pay. Our system won't work. You take the sandwich. I'll deal with corporate, and I'll tell them that they're a bunch of a-holes if they thought I did wrong. Perfect.
There you go.
Yeah, because guess what?
Stand up like that, man.
Because guess what? The KFC across the street, they've got a help wanted sign too, just like every fast food restaurant in the city. You'll get a job just like that if you want to go to work in fast food. All right, we got to get to I know what's coming up here. I got to get my Mr. Microphone and announce
the sleazy, trashy showbiz report.
Oh, boy. Have you been following the Cat Williams 50 Cent saga as the attack on other black comedians and singers continues?
I've seen some of it.
Oh, man.
It's nonstop. It seems like they're not going to quit.
Well, it's been under wraps for so long that now it's been going on for so long that now you're surprised at how many people are caught up in it.
Right.
Like Diddy. I think his career.
His a little bit more. He got lawsuits on his.
Yeah.
Diddy got lawsuits.
He was nominated for the first time for an Oscar or either Grammy. It must have been an Oscar because Oscars are coming up. Nominated first time. He ain't showing up.
Ooh.
No, that's not happening. Anyway, here's the other deal. He made a statement that Rihanna, that her singing career is now over. Well, not Rihanna.
Oh, she's been done.
No, she's not done. She's not done, brother.
You don't think so?
No. She's going to a wedding gig in India for a very rich family, and I think
$8 million.
6.
You sure?
They're paying her $6 million to perform.
Yeah.
Wow.
She performed this past weekend on it.
Holy crap!
See, if this is your career being over, guess what? I'm lining up because I can't sing.
How is it that these people in these other countries have so much money, so much wealth? You look at the Emirates, and you look at.
I think that person's dad is like the richest person in India. Was it in India?
Yeah.
India.
Yep.
And you look at those people over there in was it Dakar and all those Dubai. Oh my God. They got gold-plated toilet seats,
They created their own islands.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah, they created
their own islands so you could go ahead and have some privacy out there while you do whatever it is you want to do.
I would probably like to live there. Except I hear they have big restrictions on alcohol. So maybe I wouldn't want to live there.
Yeah, and some women aren't covered, some are, and you want them all uncovered. Anyway, LeBron James is now the first player to surpass 40,000 points.
Pretty incredible.
Yes, I think so. Oprah is leaving Weight Watchers.
I saw that. Yeah.
After disclosing her use of weight loss drugs.
Ozempic or whichever it is she's using,
and she's donating the money that she invested into a worthwhile cause.
I also heard that when she announced that she was leaving Weight Watchers stock dropped like a rock.
Yeah. All right, you ride with Oprah, you ride up and you ride down. Well, the bidding, I thought about you when I read this story.
Oh, here we go.
The bidding for the booth used in the finale of The Sopranos up for grabs. So far, the bidding is at $50,000.
No kidding.
Still within, it's maybe top end a little bit.
Yeah, it's pretty high, but
still within your range, and I can see that. I think it would be great, man. I'd
be cool to have that booth. That's where
yeah.
Tony and his wife and Meadow and AJ, they all sat at the very end, and then bam, dark.
Yeah. That's and
I love that show.
We can't do anything about it now because Tony's
James
gone.
Gandolfini has passed away, and so is Tony Sirico, who played Paulie Walnut. God, that was my favorite character in the show. It's real interesting about TV shows that sometimes the side characters are more appealing or interesting. It's like Seinfeld. I always found Kramer or George, more interesting than Jerry Seinfeld himself. Same with, although I did find James Gandolfini as Tony Soprano pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But I did like Paulie Walnuts, and then the guy who played Syl from the E Street Band with Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I can't remember his name.
Can't remember his name right now, but yeah, he was a great character too. Anyway, so yeah, since those guys are gone, can't exactly bring back The Sopranos.
You can't.
But what a great show.
Well, Kim Kardashian is upset at Kanye.
Oh no!
Again,
not again.
For saying that she enrolled their kids in a fake school. It's a school for big celebrities to go ahead and say, yeah, my kid goes to this school. My kid, it's one of those you can't get in unless you got a lot of cash. He says the school is fake and he wants her to take the kids out. Yeah,
well, are they teaching the kids anything, or is it just a name?
At this point, I don't know, and I don't think anybody will know. It's a great time. 50 Cent is releasing a video that some say could land Diddy in jail. 18 companies have canceled their contracts with Diddy at this particular point.
What in the world?
Yeah, and
what's this video all about?
I probably don't want to watch.
Yeah, the video involves. No, you want to watch. I would imagine. He's been pouring out a lot of individuals, throwing these freaknik parties, in which there's a lot of stuff. The women get one type of drink, the men get another. And the drink for the women is designed to make them a little bit more.
So it's like throwing ecstasy in them.
Yeah, like that. And as a matter of fact, and it's been kind of ugly because Diddy and Jay-Z supposedly have had people killed. And Wendy Williams is one of those individuals. She's not dead. But she says when she was on the radio, she got into a little spat with Diddy. And he had some women go to the station to wait outside the station to beat her up.
Wow.
So the gangster days of Diddy and possibly Jay-Z are just about over. I think Jay-Z's kept his shoes a little cleaner.
I don't think Jay's on the lawsuit right now.
No,
I think
it's just Diddy.
Mainly Diddy and the people who own the Bad Boys and Universal.
Yeah. And I think, well, for one thing, what is Jay-Z? Jay-Z, he's hooked up with the NFL now. So
they call Diddy the Epstein now of the music industry.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, but he does all of the halftime shows now for the NFL, so he's gotten some type of credibility. But the main thing is that's your Hollywood update.
All right, there you go. We got to get to the audio that we present you. This is interesting because it involves an Ohio woman. Now, this is interesting. She goes, we had, like earlier, we talked about Jimmy John's, and the kid wouldn't give the guy the sandwich because he could only pay with cash, and the register that day would not accept cash. So the kid was going to throw the kid behind the counter working at Jimmy John's was going to throw the sandwich away. Well, here's an Ohio woman says she was charged a little over $1,000 for a Subway sandwich.
Ooh,
and because of it,
that sandwich.
and because of it, she couldn't buy her own groceries because her account was overdrawn. Here she is. Her name is Letitia, and Letitia Bishop is talking about what happened with Subway.
No way, unless it's wrapped in gold and is from some other place. I would never pay $1,010 for a Subway sandwich. I'm just trying to make ends meet at this point in time. Stressed, overwhelmed. I couldn't get groceries at one point because my account was negative.
Okay, I don't know if she paid with a charge card or a check, but I assume it's a charge card, and it took her card to the max. Now she couldn't spend any money.
She's an idiot. Don't you know how much something costs before you order it?
I think it was a mistake.
I think it was a mistake on the Subway part. They went ahead and charged. She paid
$1,000 was a mistake on her part for paying.
She
for
thought she was probably paying the $10 or whatever it cost, and all of a sudden Subway's system showed it was $1,000 unbeknownst to her. So, a lot of times you don't get a receipt at Subway, or most people don't even ask for a receipt at Subway.
I ask for a receipt everywhere.
I do too, but a lot of people don't. I see people all the time, I don't need a receipt.
Yeah.
So anyway, there you go, $1,000 Subway sandwich.
I wonder what it was.
I have a hard time thinking most of those sandwiches are worth $3, but that's just me.
Easy, big fella.
Yeah. I know. Sometimes I think they're a little overpriced, to be honest, at most sandwich places anymore. But isn't everything overpriced now? We were talking about this the other day in a little brief get-together. Everything seems to be overpriced, just way out of line. Used to be you'd go to Subway and get a sandwich for $3 or $4. Average price probably now $7, $8, $10.
Yeah, and not getting political, but it's like Joe Biden was saying. He says when you go as far as to these stores and that they set their own prices and that makes inflation go up. He said, "That's not us. That's them.
Yeah,
that's doing that." So let's get real about some of this.
Yeah, all right. Let's get to this. Let's get to the
playing around.
Jack and Ron
dumbass joke of the day.
All right. Here's the deal. We have three. I say three extremely cheesy jokes, but we need to pick one to start the laughter and frivolity. So we call upon Ron to pick one of the cheesy jokes. Yes, as usual, Ron now gets to pick his cheese. Number one, the dog owners. Number two, the employee. Number three, the divorced man. Let me give him to you one more time. Would you? I would like to hear him. All right. Number one, the dog owner. Number two, the employee. Number three, the divorced man. The dog owners, employee, and divorced man.
I have a dog. I've had dogs. Let's go with the dog owner.
All right, the dog owner. One day, two women, both dog owners, are arguing about whose dog is smarter. Isn't that a general kind of conversation?
I don't like to get into that with folks because they try to say that the dog represents you.
Oh.
Is that the best you can do with this dog?
So these two women are arguing about whose dog is smarter. The first woman says, my dog is so smart. Every morning he waits for the paper boy to come around, and then he takes the newspaper and brings it to me. And the second woman says, yeah, I know. And the first woman says, well, how do you know? She says, my dog told me. Okay, ain't bad, huh?
Somebody got a smarter dog.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Want another one? Guy says to his boss, okay, guy's at work, says to his boss, hey, boss, I need to leave early today. I'm going to be a father. Boss says, well, yeah, of course, take the afternoon off. Guy comes back to work the next day. The boss goes, well, how'd it go? Is it a boy or a girl? Guy says, I don't know. I'll tell you in 9 months. See, it's cute.
Jack's on a roll.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm looking at him. Who am I sitting next to?
I know they're kind of cute little jokes, but they're acceptable, even in mixed company. All right, here we go. Final joke I'm going to give you. A guy calls his ex-wife on the phone.
Mixed company.
Yeah. Well, you know. When I say mixed company, it's like some jokes you don't want to say in front of the ladies. So these are jokes you can present to anybody.
Oh, I feel good today.
So this guy calls his ex-wife on the phone, but he just, whoa, everything okay? Oh, hey. All right, no problemo. Okay. Nancy's down there doing some work.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, drop something. Sound like a chicken bone.
Oh,
all right, here we go. This
so
guy calls
special
us.
tonight?
He calls his ex-wife. Guy calls his ex-wife,
Yeah.
but he disguises his voice and he says he'd like to speak to himself. And she says, sorry, he doesn't live here anymore. We're divorced. Oh, the next day the guy does the same thing. Same results. He calls, disguises his voice. I want to talk to me. Oh, he didn't say I want to talk to me. I want to talk to Jim. She goes, of course, he doesn't live here anymore. We're divorced. And then finally, he keeps calling every day to do it. And she finally says, look, bozo, we're divorced. Finito. End of story. When are you going to get that through your fat head? And the guy says, I know. I just can't hear it enough.
Yeah,
come on now.
Jeez.
Got to admit that wasn't bad.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, well, wait a minute. There you
I
go.
got a little tinkle on the bell. All right, we got to get to Tribond. Ooh, Tribond. This is where we give you 3 words. You got to come up with 1 word that works with the 3. Your answer must match ours, specifically mine.
I wrote it down, and something happened. It flew out of the window or something like that. What was the
Tribond from last week?
Yes,
Because we always
indeed.
give you a Tribond on a Monday, and then the following Monday we come back and reveal the answer. Last week's Tribond, the 3 words were cocoa, burrito, coffee. Let me give them to you one more time. Cocoa, burrito, coffee. And I know somebody here got it.
I had said beans.
What did you say?
Bean.
Yeah, bean is right. Cocoa bean, bean burrito, coffee bean. There you go.
Very
that was
good.
last week for this
Yeah.
week. All right, now we've got another one we'll present to you right now and give you 7 days to think about it and then come back with the answer next week. Today's Tribond. Place, storm, truck.
Place, storm, truck.
Hey, would you give it to me one more time? I'd just like to hear those 3 words one more time. All right, I'll give them to you. Place, storm, truck. Place, storm, truck. Okay. Think about that. You got a full 7 days to think about it. Come back next week. Give us the answer. All right? Speaking of answers, we're about to get the answer to 2 tough trivia.
Well, I was checking the comments here. No one has guessed the correct answer at this point. The
To 2
question
tough
being,
trivia?
yes, which former presidents have stars on the Walk of Fame?
So this would be more than one. It would be Ronald Reagan for sure.
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton? No, I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Ronald Reagan.
Mm-mm.
And Ronald Reagan does. Ronald Reagan does.
No,
yeah.
no, he does.
Okay. You said Kennedy earlier. I don't know that Kennedy would have
Second
one.
one it will trip you up, and as soon as I tell you who it is,
Trump.
Trump. There you go.
Yeah. And it wasn't for him being president. That's for damn sure. Anyway.
He was in the movie Home Alone 2.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
had the Apprentice. But, here's the
Apprentice
deal.
show, yeah.
If you have $25,000, you can buy a star on the Walk of Fame.
I look at it this way. If Ryan Seacrest can get a star on the Walk of Fame, the guy down here working at the post office can get a star on the Walk of Fame.
25 grand is all
Yeah,
it takes,
all
man.
it takes is a little
And,
money.
Have some folks come by and, keep it all brushed up and everything. Well, here's another one. How many former governors in California are in the Hall of Fame? The
Well, there'd
Walk
be
of
Ronald
Fame?
Reagan. He was
Arnold.
governor. Wasn't then Arnold?
Arnold.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Look at you. You guys are sharp today.
I know. Arnold.
Yeah.
I'm going to have an English muffin with butter. Butter. I like butter.
You like the one his new commercials
Yeah.
with
The Chopper.
Yeah, State Farm.
The State.
It's Chopper.
The-
I said that's why I said Chopper.
I said Chopper.
Neighbor,
Yeah.
and his
Neighbor.
neighbor.
No,
I said neighbor.
Neighbor.
Yeah,
my neighbor.
And see, a guy who's not afraid to make fun of himself like that is going to be rich.
And he is.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
we start making fun of ourselves.
And I think his nanny is probably rich too.
well,
I remember that little deal.
Yeah,
we
well,
all remember that.
Yeah. No, wait a minute. Does she get? Do you get child support if you're not married, or do you just have to pay for the kids?
I think when you got
Definitely
that kind of
get
money,
child support if you're not married.
yeah,
Yeah.
you definitely do.
Yeah.
Well,
all
there
right.
you go. So anyway, that's going to wrap up the the big bombastic podcast for today. Hey, thanks so much for checking out the #1 video podcast in America. Remember, we're live on YouTube at Jack and Ron Show. Also live on Facebook every Monday at 1 o'clock Central Time, right here on the Jack and Ron Facebook page.
Yeah, I'm looking one more time at Melissa. She has been really at that phone today. Where's Jack and Ron Star? You know what? We have Oklahoma Broadcasting Association, do we not? At that, where they have various individuals. Most of the individuals are those behind the cameras, maybe that write a check. But what about the talent in this town?
You mean for the Broadcasters Hall of Fame? Yeah, we have the Oklahoma Broadcasters Hall of Fame. I think a couple people I know are in it. If I'm not mistaken, I think Ashbeck might be in it. I know Linda Kavanaugh is it. A few other people. I think Danny Williams was.
Yeah. So anyway, and she's saying, "Where's Jack and Ron Star?" A good question. Could you investigate that for us, please?
Please. By the way, my friend Mike Moshak says, "Jack, you're my star, you horse's ass." Thank you, Mike. Love you too, brother.
He does know you, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Knows me well. He's a great guy. You need to meet him sometime. He's bigger than life. Oh, he is, man. He's something else. Anyway, we got to wrap this thing up. Remember, we'll be back next week right here at Othello's, restaurant. Remember to check out Othello's Italian restaurant here in Edmond, as well as the one in Norman. Be sure to check out Andy B's. Be sure to check out Flash Holler. All our great sponsors, and thanks to Richard, the incredible director and engineer of this little thing we do each week.
We rename him Mr. Incredible.
Yeah, Mr. Incredible. Richard, the incredible engineer. Really good job. We appreciate it. Remember, when you go out to do what you do it like Jack and Ron, for God's sake. Be like Jack and Ron. Give it 110, 120, 130% effort like Jack and Ron. Go out there. Give it hell.
Bye-bye, everybody.